Finlayson goes again. Drew tries to get it out. Off the boot of Martin. Marked by Houston. He is going to try and take a shot here. He's in no hurry. He wants to own this. Dan Houston will kick after the siren to win the game. It's going to take a thumping kick. The streak to protect. It's a long, long ball. It'll need further investigation. Soft call is a goal. If Dan Houston has kicked a goal, this is the greatest of escapes. The greatest of escapes. And the most magnificent after the siren goal from Dan Houston.
Yes, it was a dramatic finish at the MCG. Matthew Lloyd, you kicked 926 of them, but they don't come much more important than that. What a finish that was.
Oh, it was an amazing finish. I was there live, and just to see Dan Houston just stop and say, I'm not putting the pressure on anyone else. I'm going to stop and take this kick. He actually says after the game that I knew if I kicked it into the top of the square, no one would mark it and it was going to be game over. So I just had to take the responsibility myself and kick it. But there was moments earlier that to win 12 in a row, you have to be pretty special and you have to win the big moments. And they were in all sorts of trouble, and there was a kicking that they took to get the ball into this forward line that we wanted to show. So he launches it down the middle, and watch what Ollie Wines does here to give you a chance. They're just frozen that. To do this, that actually wins you this game as well. So he just fists it forward to get it into this position. And they don't get this ball straight away, but the ball goes out of bounds due to the pressure Redmond's under. It gets paid for intentional, out of bounds. They drive it inside forward 50 and they win that game of footy. So Collingwood have done it for 18 months. Kane, now Port are doing it.
So well drilled. They had an issue pre-game as well with their ruckman dropping out. Scott Lycett couldn't have been any later. Vicentini came in. So these are the options. Scott Lycett's got a meniscus issue in his knee, so they're saying he's out this week. No immediate time frame, 1 to 2 weeks. It's listed. There's the options. So it's pretty thin there for their ruck stocks. Sam Hayes may play this week, but just 7 games. Vicentini, clearly they're not having full faith in him because he was subbed out, didn't play a lot of minutes, and Tickle is injured. So what I do know about what they've done this year is whoever they have played has stepped up. And that's been...
How big an issue could that be?
It's a big issue, but they have covered every issue that's been thrown at them this year, from Dixon missing to Ollie Lord coming in and playing a role to Dylan Williams across half-back to Burn Jones playing forward. So, look, you look at that and it's daunting. You go, oh. But every time a player has come in and been given an opportunity, they've played to their maximum, played their role and fit in, and it's just been a remarkable story, Caro.
And they've done so away. I mean, since they were monstered by Collingwood at the MCG earlier this year, they ground out that win against Richmond, which was pretty ugly, about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and they've ground out another one against Essendon. You know, 2 big MCG teams. So finish top 2, home finals, they're going to have no fear of playing anyone. You would think even Collingwood at the MCG.
You said a few weeks ago, Lordy, about Essendon that you now feel like there's a newfound trust in them. That was on show on the weekend. I know they lost, but some positive signs. What do you think Brad Scott and other senior people at Essendon will be looking at that game saying, this is what we need as far as list management heading into next year?
Well, the midfield's there, and I think it's with Hobbs and Perkins and these guys going in, they're set there. It's just about what they do. Do they go all in for a backman or all in for a forward?
What do you think they do?
I think they're going to go for a backman.
But so Ben Mackay type.
Ben Mackay, but I just still don't trust the Wright-Wiedemann combination. Despite
do you hope
Peter
they
Wright
play finals, or will that be a bad thing?
This year, but this year, Caro, I believe in the coach far more than I have in the past. I thought it would have been a false dawn in the past, whereas at the moment I'd be more than happy for them to play finals because they've matched every top team there is, and it's a substantial game plan that they play.
So when you speak of the forwards, Lordy, that's so obvious. Last 2 weeks they haven't been able to have a winner from a key position forward. Parish gets a lot of the ball, and he's a very good player, and a lot of teams would love to have him, and I'm sure Essendon would like to keep him. But is he one that you think could be expendable to get someone in a key position post?
Yeah, Kane, it sounds like he's going to stay, but yeah, my point across this year has been that I think they can cover a midfielder like him. They've also got Shield, who's an issue for them. So they've got, but he's contracted. Darcy Parish isn't, but this was on the weekend. I love what Hobbs is doing in the midfield. I love what Caldwell does, Archie Perkins. Yet in the last quarter, they bring Shield in as the sub, and it cuts out what Hobbs gets to do in the midfield, what Caldwell does. So I think they just have to, I'd wait and go, I'm going all in to see if I can get a star centre half back or a star centre forward before I sign up another midfielder.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think his ball use lets him down.
And so they won't miss him as much as people think?
I don't think so. No, I think you don't want to lose players. You don't want to lose very good players. But even in the last quarter, on the weekend, his ball use let